Welcome back to The Explainer. So today we're unpacking a conflict that is literally tearing Hollywood apart right now. We're looking at this massive, high-stakes collision between the executive boardroom and the creative soundstage. On one side, rapid billion-dollar technological adoption. On the other, profound existential dread from the actual artists who make the movies we love. It's the AI revolution in entertainment, and man, it is happening a whole lot faster than anyone predicted.
To really get a sense of the sheer panic spreading through the industry, you just have to look at this visceral reaction from Rhett Reese, the screenwriter for Deadpool and Wolverine. He said, "I'm terrified. It's likely over for us." And he posted this right after a viral video surfaced showing A-list stars Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in an all-out apocalyptic brawl on a rooftop. The crazy twist here? Neither actor was ever on that roof. The entire clip, which racked up over 7 million views by the way, was completely digitally created with AI technology by a filmmaker using a tool from ByteDance. No consent, no compensation, just a hyper-realistic deepfake that absolutely sent shockwaves through the industry and had creatives staring at their screens in horror.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really grasp what's happening on the ground, we need to clearly define what we mean by generative AI in a production context. We're not talking about basic algorithms that recommend what movie you should stream next, right? We're talking about advanced computing platforms that ingest massive amounts of existing reference material like past human performances, scripts, and artwork to generate entirely new, hyper-realistic video, voice, and text from simple prompts. This is a foundational technology capable of fabricating brand new content essentially from scratch.
Section 1. The Synthetic Stars.
Let's look at the immediate shock value of AI-generated talent hitting the market. Because you see, this isn't just about rendering fake backgrounds or fixing bad lighting in post-production anymore. It's about generating the actual people in front of the camera. Meet Tilly Norwood. If you scroll through her Instagram, she just looks like a fresh-faced young woman pursuing an acting career in London. She posts screen tests, action sequences, and even does little comedy sketches. But Tilly is not a real person. She is a 100% AI-generated character created by a company called Particle 6. She has a complete backstory, an evolving narrative arc, and can supposedly respond in real time. But what really set Hollywood on fire were reports that major talent agencies were taking boardroom meetings, eager to picture as the next Scarlett Johansson. And honestly, if you look at it purely from a studio executive's perspective, what's not to love? She's an actress who doesn't need a massive multi-million-dollar trailer, doesn't need sleep, and will do exactly what she's told every single time.
Well, the human backlash to this was intense. I mean, immediate and intense. Major stars flooded social media with absolute disgust. Sophie Turner, star of Game of Thrones, summed it up perfectly with a blunt, "Wow, no thanks." Other creators pointed out the really disturbing reality here. Tilly's face and our mannerisms were composited together by training the AI on the work of hundreds of living young women, entirely without their permission or compensation. It basically took the abstract fear of AI and dropped it right onto the doorstep of every single working actor.
Section 2. Studios go all in. Now, while the actors and writers are picketing and posting their outrage online, we have to execute a hard pivot over to Hollywood A, the boardroom. Because major studios are actively ignoring the backlash and aggressively adopting these exact tools into their daily workflows. This is not some side experiment. It is a full-scale pipeline shift across the absolute biggest players in the game. Netflix is leaning heavily into AI for visual effects and post-production cleanup. Lionsgate made huge headlines by officially partnering with the AI startup Runway to generate cinematic video and assist with storyboarding. Amazon MGM actually went ahead and launched a multi-million-dollar Gen AI Creators Fund to push AI-assisted animated projects. Disney, despite some early caution, is actively restructuring its AI tech stack across divisions like Industrial Light and Magic. And Warner Bros. Discovery, they're leveraging Google Cloud's AI to slash the time and cost of captioning their unscripted TV. The executives are, without a doubt, all in.
And to really hammer home the immense scale of the studio investment, just look at this staggering number. $600 million. That's the reported size of Netflix's technology deal with Interpositive, an AI filmmaking infrastructure company. This 5-year deal covers custom foundation models for generating VFX elements, automating post-production color grading, and creating photorealistic pre-visualization directly from scripts. So yeah, the studios are putting massive amounts of capital behind this transition.
Section 3. The economics of AI. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why executives are moving so incredibly fast. We just need to look neutrally at the economic realities here. Look at this jaw-dropping difference in production budgets. If you compare a traditional studio pipeline to an AI-assisted indie pipeline, the difference is almost unbelievable. Concept art that used to cost $25,000, it can now be generated for $30. 10 minutes of pre-visualization drops from $200,000 to just $100. Basic VFX shots, B-roll, localization, they all see similar 99% cost reductions. A suite of technical execution tasks that would normally cost a studio $375,000 can theoretically be handled by AI tools for under $500. I mean, for a studio executive looking at a balance sheet, this isn't just a fun new tech tool. It is a total financial revolution.
But this brings us to a really critical question that we all need to pause and consider. When you erase hundreds of thousands of dollars from a production budget, who pays the ultimate price? Because those budget lines weren't just numbers on a spreadsheet, right? They were paychecks, health insurance, and entire careers for thousands of working professionals.
Section 4. The talent fights back.
This takes us right back to Hollywood B, the creatives on the sound stages, in the post-production bays, and the recording booths. They are facing an intense, truly unprecedented threat to their livelihoods. And the specific threats faced by everyday workers are terrifyingly real. Background actors, who often make just $187 a day, have reported being corralled into trailers and forced to submit to 360-degree body scans. This effectively allows studios to create digital replicas that could replace them in future scenes forever, without any further pay. Over in Europe, writers' guilds are reporting that the dubbing and subtitling employment sector is being absolutely decimated by AI that can lip-sync and translate languages flawlessly. Voice actors in video games are literally striking over the unauthorized replication of their voices. And for junior animators and VFX artists, those entry-level roles that used to be the traditional on-ramp to the industry are simply vanishing.
The actors union, SAG-AFTRA, issued a very strong official condemnation regarding synthetic characters like Tilly Norwood. They stated that creativity must remain human-centered, explicitly noting audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content untethered from the human experience. They firmly believe that a computer program with no life experience and zero genuine emotion simply cannot replace human artistry, and that using algorithms to put humans out of work is fundamentally destructive to the art form itself.
Section 5. A new creative reality.
So, how are these two opposing forces, the cost-cutting studios and the terrified creatives, actually colliding out in the real world? Well, we don't even have to wait for the future to find out, because it's happening right now. Believe it or not, AI is already deeply embedded in Oscar-winning filmmaking. During the 2025 award season, it was revealed that AI software from a company called Respeecher was used in the critically acclaimed film The Brutalist to fine-tune and alter Adrian Brody's Hungarian accent. And get this, he actually won the Academy Award for Best Actor with that AI assistance. The exact same technology was also used to blend and enhance voices in the hit film Amelia Paris. So, despite all the loud controversy, AI is already quietly operating at the absolute highest levels of prestige cinema.
So, the crucial point is understanding exactly where the line is currently drawn. Right now, AI is absolutely replacing rote technical execution. If a job involves basic background populating, straightforward translation, or entry-level VFX cleanup, well, that role is in serious jeopardy. However, what the studios themselves actually admit AI is not replacing is overarching creative judgment. AI cannot direct a nuanced emotional performance, it can't write a deeply resonant original story, and it can't replace the unique human taste required to choose the right creative direction out of dozens of generated options. It still desperately needs humans at the helm.
Which leaves us with this final, really profound question, inspired by the creator of that AI actress, Tilly Norwood. Is AI the ultimate replacement for human artistry, destined to hollow out the industry and replace actors entirely? Or is it simply a new paintbrush? A powerful tool, kind of like CGI or animation before it, that will unlock new, faster, and cheaper ways for humans to imagine and build stories. The battle lines are drawn, the technology is moving at light speed, and the entire future of Hollywood is hanging in the balance. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.